Hi everyone, welcome back. Today, wanted to talk to you about something I saw this morning and something that annoyed me, wanted to share it with you. And it's nothing to do with the Kona at all, but it is to do with electric cars. Well, you know, there's been all this talk about Toyota and their self-charging hybrids and whether that's misleading advertising or not. Well, I saw a couple of adverts today for Nissan Leafs, and it really annoyed me because I had to start thinking through, who are they marketing to? Are they marketing to people that are Nissan Leaf owners and therefore understand all of the differences between the variations of models and battery size and range? Or are they marketing to experienced EV enthusiasts that know the market and know the differences between the different cars and the different ranges and different battery sizes? Or are they marketing to complete newbies that don't know a lot about EVs and can easily be misled? So let's have a look at this first advert. It's for an Nissan Leaf 40 kilowatt hour, and it's advertised as a long-range battery. Well, that on its own makes me think, well, is that misleading? Is that optimistic? Is that enthusiastic? Is that a lie? What is it, and who are they targeting that for? Because anyone in the EV community knows that long-range batteries are described as, what, 60 kilowatt hour plus? It's the Teslas, it's the Kona, the Niro, the Leaf Plus, and any of the new cars, maybe the Kia Soul that's going to come out with the 60 kilowatt hour battery as well. Those are the long-range batteries. 40 kilowatt hour, where you only get 38 kilowatt hour usable, that's not a long-range battery. It is compared to some of the earlier models of Leaf and Zoes and the earlier cars that had very little range, but you know, so it's not a lie, is it? It's not a lie that it's longer than some, but it's not what we would term right now as a long-range battery. So to me, I would not just worry that that's misleading, but I would worry who that car salesperson is trying to sell to and what they're trying to convey. Because I mean, is the car salesperson knowledgeable of electric cars? Do they actually know what a long-range battery is and a long-range EV is? Or do they know, and yet they're still trying to convey that to a potential buyer? Now, I know, you know, double-glazing salesmen and car salesmen don't have the best reputation in the world. They are often overly optimistic, as much as they can, to try and sell the car. But I can't help thinking that, you know, electric cars sell themselves. You don't have to exaggerate, you don't have to lie. There's enough facts about the car to sell the car. So, you know, it has its own merits. So if you can't sell the car on its own merits, it just seems wrong to me to try and mislead anyone. Now, those words, try. Now, I don't know in that advert whether someone is trying to mislead or trying to be over-optimistic or perhaps just doesn't know. Now, I don't know the truth behind that. To me, it felt wrong. Now, one of the reasons it felt wrong was the car that was advertised next to it, and that was a 40 kilowatt hour Tekna. Now, it advertises that as ultra long range. So, ultra long range, is that more than long range? Well, I suppose so, it sounds like it. But I thought the Tekna would probably get less range than the Ascenta. I thought the Tekna had larger wheels, and with larger wheels, you got slightly less range. Is that not the truth? I'm not quite sure. So why advertise ultra long range as well as long range? So again, there's some truth to it. You know, I'm sure advertising specialists would say there's nothing wrong with that advert because comparatively to other cars, it is longer range. But the EV community doesn't perhaps recognise those cars as long range, or certainly not ultra long range. I mean, if someone said we have an ultra long range electric car, what sort of range would you expect it to be having? 150 miles? 300 miles? 450 miles? Well, for me, yeah, probably the 400 plus miles for ultra. I wouldn't want to accurately describe electric cars having an ultra long range battery unless it's probably capable of 400 miles plus. 200 mile plus, so that would be like the Kona 39 kilowatt hour. Would you say that that's a long range battery? Well, no, even Hyundai don't advertise that as the long range battery. They advertise that as the economy model, the more basic model. the long-range battery they sell as the 64 kilowatt hour. So again, you know, am I being biased here because I'm thinking in terms of Konas and how Hyundai advertise their Konas, and everyone else is entitled to advertise their cars in any way they like? Well, probably to an aspect, yes. But it is upsetting to see that either we've got incorrect advertising or misleading advertising towards people that don't know. And there are a lot of people that watch these videos that know all about electric cars and they understand completely, but there are a lot of people as well that don't understand very much at all and ask some very basic questions. So if they don't know and they haven't gone out and tested other cars and they're not aware of them, now, would they be fooled and misled by somebody saying that a 40 kilowatt hour battery electric car, whether it's Nissan or whether it's not, as being long-range battery or ultra-long-range? Those words just struck a chord with me, and I suppose my nature is just to tell the truth. My nature is just to tell it as it is. Somebody asks you a question, you tell them the answer, whether they're going to like what you tell them or not. You give them what you think is the truth. So you should be able to sell an electric car on its own merits. And if you can't, inventing words or using words that are perhaps overly optimistic about the car's capabilities just doesn't seem right to me. There's plenty to try and sell those two cars on its own merits. They are good electric cars. They have perfectly adequate ranges for many, many people. Not many people need a long-range electric car, and therefore I'm not sure why they would try to sell this car as that. So, what do you think? Do you think these adverts are right? Do you think they're wrong? Do you think they're misleading? I don't know. I haven't looked as to who the person is or the company that advertised them. I haven't looked at all. I suppose I'm not really interested because whatever their motives and reasons are, that's their choices, and they'll defend them, no doubt, and I'm not really interested in that. I'm interested in that advert hit me, and I saw it, and my first reaction was, wow, that's not right. And I would guess that many other people would see that and think the same. What do you think? Do you think the same? Or do you think those adverts are not right? Do you think they sound misleading? Or do you think they're absolutely fine? Am I not fully aware of what the market is for Nissan Leafs and other electric cars? Is it okay to advertise them with ultra long-range battery descriptions? Or is it not okay? What do you think? Anyway, that's what I want to share with you today. Just my thoughts. A bit of a rant, I suppose, in some respects, but makes a change from sending you out videos on Konas. Anyway, I hope you're all okay. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and more videos to come soon. Not all Kona related, not all test drive related or efficiency related. Hopefully there'll be some videos for everyone that suits everyone's needs, requirements and desires. Anyway, take care for now. See you again soon. Bye.